Have you ever been told you're too nice? Maybe you've held the door open for someone who didn't say thank you. Or you've stayed late at work to help a colleague, only to get passed over for a promotion. We're taught from a young age that being nice is a virtue. But what if I told you that being nice all the time could actually be making you weaker? Now, before you think I'm telling you to become a complete jerk, hear me out. There's a huge difference between being kind and being a people pleaser, and understanding that difference can completely change your life. Let's break down what we usually mean by nice. Often, it's not about genuine kindness. It's about avoiding conflict at all costs. It's about saying yes when you really want to say no. It's about prioritizing everyone else's feelings and needs above your own, hoping they'll like you or approve of you. This is a nice that gets you into trouble. Psychologists call this tendency unmitigated communion, a focus on others to the exclusion of the self. And studies have shown this can be linked to higher levels of stress, anxiety, and even physical health problems. Why? Because you're constantly suppressing your own needs and emotions. And that takes a massive toll. Think about it in a social context. Imagine you're with a group of friends, deciding where to eat. Everyone suggests a place you dislike, but instead of offering your own opinion, you just say, "Oh, I'm fine with anything." You're being nice, right? But what you're really doing is communicating that your preferences don't matter. You're training others to overlook you. Over time, this creates an imbalance in your relationships. You become the go-to person for favors because you never say no. But when you need support, you might find no one is there for you. They're not necessarily bad people. You've just taught them that you don't require any support yourself. This dynamic is even more dangerous in professional settings. The nice employee is the one who takes on extra work without extra pay, who never pushes back on unrealistic deadlines, and who doesn't negotiate their salary for fear of seeming difficult. Well, their boss might love their cooperative attitude. This niceness can be a career killer. It signals a lack of assertiveness and confidence. People who are willing to advocate for themselves, to say no to unreasonable requests, and to clearly state their value are the ones who are seen as leaders. They command respect. The nice person, on the other hand, risks being seen as a doormat, easily replaceable, and not leadership material. So what's the antidote to this weakness-inducing niceness? It's not meanness, it's kindness combined with boundaries. True kindness is authentic. It comes from a place of strength and self-respect, not from a place of fear or a need for validation. A kind person can say, "I'd love to help you with your project, but I have my own deadline to meet. Maybe I can take a look once I'm done." This is assertive, clear, and respectful to both parties. A nice person would say yes immediately, then stay up all night, stressed and resentful, to get everything done. See the difference? Developing these boundaries can be tough, especially if you've been a people pleaser your whole life. You have to get comfortable with the idea that not everyone is going to like your no. People who are used to taking advantage of your niceness will likely push back. They might call you selfish or not a team player, TC suggests. When this happens, it's crucial to hold your ground. Remember, your self-worth isn't determined by how much you do for others. It's inherent. Setting boundaries is an act of self-respect, and it will earn you the right kind of respect from others. The kind that is based on who you are, not on what you can do for them. Let's talk about the psychological shift that needs to happen. You need to move from an external locus of control to an internal one. People pleasers often have an external locus of control, meaning they believe their happiness and success are dictated by outside forces like other people's opinions. To break free, you need to cultivate an internal locus of control. This means understanding that you are in the driver's seat of your own life. Your happiness, your success, and your well-being are your responsibility. This is incredibly empowering. It means you stop waiting for permission to prioritize your own needs. Start small. The next time someone asks you for a favor you don't have the time or energy for, try saying, "Let me check my calendar and get back to you." This gives you a moment to pause and decide, rather than giving an automatic yes. Practice stating your opinion, even on small things. If you don't like a movie your friends suggest, say so. Offer an alternative. "I'm not really in the mood for a horror movie tonight. How about we check out that new comedy instead?" They might say no, and that's okay. The point is, you honored your own preference. You showed up for yourself. Another key aspect is learning to manage the guilt. When you first start setting boundaries, you will likely feel guilty. This is a conditioned response. Your brain has been wired to believe that putting yourself first is bad. You need to rewire it. When the guilt creeps in, remind yourself, setting this boundary is healthy. It is necessary for my well-being. I am being kind to myself. Over time, that feeling of guilt will be replaced by a feeling of empowerment and let's be clear. This isn't a license to be inconsiderate. The goal is to find the balance. Be generous. Be supportive. Be a good friend and colleague, but do it from a place of genuine desire, not obligation or fear. The strongest people aren't the ones who can bend to everyone else's will. The strongest people are the ones who have a solid sense of self, who can be kind and generous without sacrificing their own well. They have strong boundaries that protect their energy and their integrity. This kind of strength is magnetic. It draws in healthy, respectful relationships and pushes away those who would take advantage. So, if you recognize yourself as the too nice person, it's time to redefine what nice means to you. Let it mean being authentic. Let it mean having the courage to say no. Let it mean treating yourself with the same respect you so freely give to others. This isn't weakness. This is the ultimate form of strength. This is how you go from being liked to being respected. And trust me, respect will take you a lot further in life. Thanks for watching today. If this video resonated with you, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more insights on psychology and self-improvement. Let me know in the comments if you've ever struggled with being too nice. I'd love to hear your story. Until next time, be kind, but be strong.